guys, Nemo here. We're looking at crosswinds. Yeah, I didn't tweak this deck too much since the promo cards came out. I added a few of them that I feel are probably very good, mostly 5 drops, you know. Could add another time warp, not sure about that actually. I might not even run this with the time warps. Yeah, I know about the Panoptic Mirror time warp combo, but if you don't have the Panoptic Mirror, then the time warp might not be as good as, say, Bribery or Future Sight. So maybe the eventual choice is to not run time warps, but hey, that's why we test these decks, right? That's why we figure this out before I open my big mouth and say stuff like that and everybody screams, "No Nemo, you are an idiot, why are you doing that?" It's just a suggestion, guys, don't take me too seriously. Anyways, didn't change too much. I took out the Skywinder Drakes because I felt like those were the weakest cards in this deck, since they can't block in the early turns and you need the power and toughness, and you need the you know, the power and the might and the glory. I feel like this is some kind of He-Man commercial, but yeah, you need that in the early turns to be able to stay alive. Obviously, some of these 7 cost cards are definitely game winners, and then there's this 10 cost time stretch, which is just, what the heck is that doing here? Another one is these weird 10 cost cards that nobody's ever gonna play, but they are sweet. Anyways, obviously these are game winning cards, but I just don't feel like running 7 cost cards and these 5 cost cards are so good as they are in this deck. It's like in the previous blue deck in 2012. It also had really good 5 drops, and then there was, yeah, I mean, just feels weird. But anyways, let's get into a game here and test this baby out. Get some gameplay action going, and you know how I roll. See you in a sec. Alright, we are in a game and we're playing against Russia Magic. And I feel like this hand is pretty solid, really. It does have the Terran's Invocation. Yeah, let's take this and go for it and see how we end up. Depending on what he does, I might want to drop the Azure Mage or just keep like, maybe I want to twin cast when he plays his Terran's Invocation. Yeah, that seems like a very good idea. But the problem with that is that I went first, so probably not gonna happen. But well, let's just drop my Azure Mage, get some pressure on the field, and say go. No, I'm not even guaranteed to drop my 4th land, which is really quite unfortunate for me. But hey, we're in kind of a stalemate. But I have 2-1 on the field, and he does not, which is good for me. And if he bounces to my hand, then I just play it again. Although, yeah, I mean, there's not too much to worry about at the free drop range with this deck. Even though I have a lot of free drop cards in the deck, really the 4 drop range is where you want to start paying attention. And I'm not playing my Terran's Invocation just yet because he could have a cancel. I do have 2 of them, but this does give me a very good option to use my Disperse and Twin Cast. Like if he plays something here, something sweet here, I can Twin Cast it now and then drop my Terran's Invocation. That would put me in such a good position, really. If he's waiting to drop Panoptic Mirror, I do not have the counterspell open, but I do have the Disperse, so that should be very good for me. I'll wait until he drops something on it, and then Disperse, because then I probably get his time warp as well. That's how you should do it. Now, I think he definitely wants to play something, but he is gonna just keep waiting. You probably want to draw out my counters if I have them. You know, I'm definitely gonna play this Spiketail actually, though, because it forces him pretty much to take action against it. But that's gonna be good, and I still keep this Twin Cast in hand when he plays. I mean, I'm just gonna take it if he wants to counterspell this. Probably don't want to counterspell this, but it does put him in a very difficult situation, especially if he does have the Panoptic Mirror in hand and wants to combo off of that. He's just gonna Disperse it. I'm fine with that. I am absolutely fine with that. I'll take the Disperse here and in my turn. Go ahead, bro. Yes, so Definitely gonna want to twin cast that. Of course, he could have the mana leak open here as well. Okay, he's gonna twin cast my twin cast. Okay. Well, luckily I have two more Tel'Rann's invocation myself. But yeah, that's pretty good for him, really. Disperse does help here. Rite of Replication later on should help as well. I will just attack into his dudes. He might want to block me, and then suddenly I have more dudes than him, you know. Actually, I do have more dudes than him, but and especially for that reason, I should be attacking. Actually, I will probably just disperse the one that blocks my my Azure Mage. Or do I want to keep disperse in hand in case he has? I probably don't want to disperse here. I want to keep disperse in hand, so I'll take this trade. Happy with it, and play my Tel'Rann's invocation and say go. Keeping my disperse. Well, should I really? Probably not. No, there's no reason to keep my disperse open here. If I really want to use it for the Panoptic Mirror shenanigans, then I probably want him to just drop it here. And waste two of his turns, really. Obviously my Spiketail Agent can't attack unless he attacks me. He does want to Time Warp here apparently, but I can take the 2 damage, I'm not too worried. Maybe he doesn't Time Warp and this is some kind of... yeah, he does, okay. Do I make him pay 1? Nah. I know he could have a 2-drop, but then I just counterspell that and that's probably better. He kind of like, he gets a land out, but the 2 damage he dealt to me doesn't really matter. He's gonna do it again. Okay, he probably has another Time Warp then. Again, I don't care about the 2 damage too much. So yeah. Now he drops that Sphinx. Well, I'm gonna let him. I have the Disperse for it, so actually I have the Rite of Replication for it as well, which is even better. I will first write it and then disperse it, I guess. And the fact that he played the Time Warp there means he probably doesn't have the... well, if he drops it next turn then he's gonna die. So yeah, let's copy that and then we shall disperse his copy of it. And then he can play it again, but really, he's gonna be in so much trouble because his life total is so low. So he would have to block my Goliath Sphinx with his. Although maybe he could have Disperse as well. Play his again, disperse mine, and mine goes away forever. Knows. But hey, he could play it again, and then I still can't get him with the Spectral Edgeling. But hey, he does have to play around the Spectral Edgeling, although he has the mana for it. But yeah, he's gonna have to block mine. And actually, I think I win here, cause yeah, I just Archaeomancer my disperse his dude yet again. Oh shit! Actually, he has the 2/2 Drake as well. Didn't think of that, but he has to block here, and he takes 4 damage. He has to block that one, so I might as well just attack with the Spectral Edgeling as well. Yeah, I don't win here just yet, but I do take him down so low that it doesn't really matter much what he does anymore. And I take him to 2 and not 1, so that's really good for me. Yeah, it looks like I just had the more aggro-y hand, and was able to take him down so low that I mean, there's no evacuation in this deck, so hey, I might as well just play this just to be sure. Just to be sure that if he bounces everything except my Spectral Edgeling, that even the Spectral Edgeling can do the job. There's no fog in there, so GG. And we should win here, and we do. How'd you like that? I liked it. Short, sweet game. Aggro style game with this deck. I know this deck can do it. And I find that it's probably a lot more fun than to watch the combo stuff. Sorry dude, you don't get a rematch. I will find another opponent. See you guys in a second. Alright, we are in another game. Very nice step up to the Time Warp here. With Tel'Rann, but only 2 land. Still gonna go for it. Quite risky. But if I do draw the 1 land, then the Repulse should help me. Call to Mind is there. Yeah, gonna go for it. So let's hope we don't get mana screwed. or banjoed. Um, banjoed. See his name. Yeah, I am funny. Okay, that was lame. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry to disappoint you all. Okay. Seriously though, I did get the land here, which is very very nice for me, and especially to get it one turn in advance. He lays this before he starts laying dudes. So let's get in for the 2 damage that I can still in for now. The other land, be sure that I can play my Terran Sky Summoner, and probably get the other land for Time Warp as well with my luck. Now, been very lucky here, so yeah, the only problem is that he's probably gonna drop like 2 dudes. Okay, 2 dudes. Can't quite repulse that guy. Can repulse the soldier. Get back to Call to Mind, repulse again. Draw another card here. Yeah, sure, why not? I probably there's not too many cards that I want to repulse here. Ah, that's actually very interesting, because if I have something like a 3/3 or something, then I can just suddenly return Honor of the Pure to his hand, or even just to survive. Anyway, you're gonna drop Telran here. He probably has an answer for it, obviously. If he doesn't, then do I even Time Warp? Because, well, I guess I do, and I have the Call to Mind to Time Warp again. It should be good. Okay, so since he doesn't like get rid of my Telran, get more value out of Time Warp here. Simply because no double blocking here, because that would be silly. His dude is first strike would kill both my guys, and I would not get anything out of it. Future Sight is interesting as well. But that's an enchantment, doesn't get me a Drake. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and say, Time Warp here. Just gonna get ahead a turn and get a Drake out of it. Might not be the greatest use of Time Warp, but it's not always about using it the greatest. I mean, this gives me an advantage without giving me this. 3 more Drakes out is definitely the play to make here. Although Call to Mind the Time Warp and keep the Spurs open is also pretty good. Actually, I'm kind of leaning toward that, but for the next turn, you know. I want to get a lot more tokens, and that should be good. I'll just attack with my 2/2 flyer actually, and even this one can get in, because given the state of the board, he might not even want to block here. Though, given the fact that I just played Time Warp, he might want to block here. After all. Alright, so he did. I'm not too worried about that. I'm fine trading that there. Really, I mean, I've 8 damage here on, so I can kill him in 2 turns. He can kill me pretty soon as well, though. Yeah. I don't know. I think I can double block here. Okay, double block. Okay, so I probably wait for him to attack and then suddenly disperse his Honor of the Pure. Oh shit, that was actually a really stupid double block there. Oh man, what did I do? That was absolutely stupid. Okay. This is a sorcery. Okay, so I call to mind the Time Warp because that wins me the game when I attack later. So now I just say go. That was a really stupid block, but I don't think it hurt me too much. And I shall just disperse his Honor of the Pure. Intrepid Hero doesn't do anything, so that's okay. He will attack with everything here, and then, or only those. Okay, that's not enough damage, bro. Okay, disperse the Honor of the. Come on, I want to disperse this. Okay, I guess I can't zoom in on it. Doing it. Okay, so this drops all his dudes to 1/1s. He could have a big spell that makes them all get +2/+2 again, and then I'd be screwed. But I'd be screwed too if I don't block. So hey, And I should win here, unless he has like a Fiend Hunter. But I have one more extra dude. Oh. Well, GG, sir. Let's get in for at 10 damage, who cares? It's not like I have to like get in for 8 and then 8. I could also get in for 10 and then 6, you know? Let's not target him by accident. I'm used to joining other people, not making my own games, but I am making my own games here. So, not now, so yeah. Boys, let's just get in with 3 of them. I don't think there's any one cost spell that ruins me here, and if there is, then that's kinda lame of him to do. I Stevens him. And you know, taking your opponent down to 0 is kind of a sign of respect. So I assume that they will respect me back for it. And not screw me over like that. But of course they can. I'm not too worried about it, especially I can't even think of a one cost spell that would have screwed me over there. But if there is, then I'm sure one of you will write it down in the comments. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay footage of the Crosswinds deck, and we won 2 games in a row, you know, and with the other wins from the Ancient Wilds and life gain wins, you know, I won a lot of games in a row here. So if you guys enjoyed that, and my name has been Nemo, and I will still be Nemo next time. See you then.